bigger picture.
Yeah, there's always a bigger piece at play. I think we've forgotten one key detail though. So you got the job at MTV and then what happened?
Yeah.
That shattered your ego.
Yeah. Well, I was there for a year and I had a contract for the year, and then the contract ended and I was unemployed for a few years after that, trying to hustle back in to be a presenter. So
they just didn't renew it.
Yeah, they didn't renew it. The channel that they basically created was something called like District MTV. So they were trying a new concept of music and fashion together, and it just wasn't picking up. So they ended it all, and that was me done.
Well, you know what's really interesting? What a beautiful lesson to learn at such a young age, that your dreams are ever evolving and that goals are not, I like talking about it in the frame of goals are not end posts, they're goal posts. No, what do I can't remember even how I talk about it now, but it's kind of like they're just markers along your journey. Say you're running a marathon, right? It's not the finish line. It's just like, oh, you've reached this part of the process. And the reason I think this is so important to really embrace is because it helps you enjoy the process, which is something I really struggle with, that patience piece when not much is happening or things are happening but they're happening in a different way to what you think. You actually zoom out and you remember you're just in that middle part of between those checkpoints, and when you really zoom out all the way, you realize that's actually what life is. It's not about, I had a similar experience where I thought that achieving this goal, getting this job, or reaching this point was going to feel a certain way, and it felt great, but then it was over and it was like, okay, now what's the next part of life? So I think it's good to have had that reframe at such a young age where you're like, okay, my goals are actually just markers of what's next.
And the thing is, no one teaches us this.
Life does.
Life does, and these experiences teach you, and obviously we're in a wonderful position now where we can look back and in hindsight be like, oh, thank God, it really taught me a lot. For some people, I know it can go the other way. I just think that, as we take on these experiences, I think we need to know that we are never, ever the finished product. And I think that's what I was always chasing as a young individual who wanted to be a TV presenter. I want to be Jamila Jamil, or I want to be Davina McCall on the TV. And that was what I had my eyes set on. And I was like, they had their own journey. I didn't recognize that at the time. I thought, oh, overnight they were successes. But I think that it just built my character a lot more.
Yeah, absolutely. So you were saying you were unemployed for a few years, and then what was the next thing, and how did you work out how to get to that place after kind of being a little disappointed in that initial dream?
Yeah, I really believe in the power of proximity. So for me, even though I was let go at MTV, they're under this group called Viacom, and within Viacom they have like brands like Nickelodeon and stuff like that. And I thought, you know what, I'm going to try and get a job at any of these companies as long as I'm in the building.